The first step in making red turkey or Pavo Rojo is brining the turkey. Now here I am preparing my brine. This is very simple. I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of kosher salt and maybe a teaspoon or 2 of thyme, and then something special. So there we go. Now I'm going to add in maybe a tablespoon of thyme. Give it a little extra flavoring. And then here's something special. To give the turkey kind of a little bit of a citrusy taste, just a little bit. You take a lime, you take a simple shredder that you normally use for cheese, use the very fine end of it, not the rough end, and you make lime zest. Now I'll keep the lime. I'll probably do 2 limes. I'm going to keep them because I'm going to use that for my achiote marinade. And then I'm going to mix all this together, and that's going to be the brine. In just a few minutes, I'm going to brine my turkey. And now it's time to actually brine the turkey. Now, one thing that's very important, before you brine the turkey, I already did this. You take the turkey out, you wash it thoroughly in water, make sure nice and thorough, and then you pat it dry. It's got to be dry. Then you can apply the brine, which is, wow, how simple is this? See how easy this is? You just rub it in. Now what happens is, I'm going to let this sit on here for about 3 days. 3 days I'm going to give it, and it's going to work its magic. By tomorrow, I'm going to let this sit in the refrigerator, but by tomorrow, I'm going to be able to see little droplets on the surface. What happens is the brine, it draws juices out of the turkey, and then what happens is the juices mixes with the kosher salt and the lime zest and the thyme, and then it sinks back into the turkey again. It really does, and it's not just a minor difference; it's a significant difference. You know, some people say, "Oh, it's optional whether you should brine or not." No, it's not. If you're going to smoke a turkey, and you go to all the trouble of smoking a turkey, a little extra time brining is mandatory. It's not optional. It's not an option. Trust me when I tell you, I've smoked turkey without brining and with brining. And when you brine a turkey, you could see the difference. First of all, a brined turkey, when you're done smoking it, has a dark, rich, deep color on the outside, brown. Of course, this time I'm shooting for red, but it has a deep brown color. When you don't brine the turkey, it's got a light golden color, very light color, and of course the texture is much different. It basically just changes the chemistry. So I just can't stress it enough. Now this is my first time using lime zest, so hopefully we impart a nice lemony, limey citrus flavor to the turkey, which is what I'm shooting for. Hey, it's Florida. We got to have citrus in our food. Anyway, all I'm going to do is let this sit for about 2-3 days, and then we're going to go to the marinade process. It's going to be achiote marinade mixed with guajillo marinade, and it should make for an incredible turkey, a red turkey, Pavo Rojo. That's what it is going to be, Pavo Rojo. Okay, the turkey has been brining for 3 days, and today is marinade day. Now, I have 2 basic marinades that I'm going to blend together. The first one is right here. We're going to get it ready. It's guajillo marinade, which the basis of guajillo marinade is obviously guajillo chilies, dried guajillo chilies. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat them up, soak them in hot water, and then blend them with 1/2 cup of apple cider, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of crushed black pepper, and, well, normally it's like 3 cloves of garlic. You know what? I'm going to be a little different today. I'm gonna use 1 or 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, just to be different. So the first step in getting this guajillos ready is you heat them up for about, I don't know, 40 seconds in a pan. Not too much. You don't want them overheated. All right, so I have the guajillos in the pan here, and what you want to do is just heat them up a little bit. You can kind of tell because these will, as they're heating, these will kind of fill up. The gases inside will expand. So just about, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds on each side. Here, let me see how this feels. Well, a little bit more. I just turned the pan on. See, now this one here, I could tell is expanding, so I'll turn this one over. Let's see. This one, same thing. So you just turn it over. Turn this one over. Yeah, they're expanding a little bit in there. This one, and the last one is this big guy here. Okay, yeah, I could tell this one's expanding. Hey, this one's a little unwieldy here. Yeah, but you don't want to overheat them. Okay, they're about ready. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see these stems here. I'm going to take them off and remove the seeds, and then I'm going to place them in hot water, which I'm boiling up here, for about 25 minutes to get them nice and soft. So all I'm doing now, you see, just take the stems off. There we go. There. Sometimes it helps to cut it a little bit. Here. Okay, see all these seeds inside? You don't want those. Those are gonna, if you keep those seeds in there, it's gonna be way too hot. You know, yeah, you'll end up probably with a few seeds, but nothing to make it too hot. And then you just put them in the bowl and then cover them with hot water. So, see, here it is. And then I'm going to do this with all of the guajillos and then cover them with hot water. All right, now I just simply cover them with the hot water in the bowl. This will get the guajillos nice and soggy, and I'll keep them soaking in there for about 25 minutes. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a little saucer here. You know what? Just make sure I keep these guajillos underwater, or most of them anyway. Here, underwater, ouch, that water's hot. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to keep them soaking here underwater for 25 minutes. All right, now I'm going to get ready to prepare the achiote marinade. Now, what I have, obviously, if you're going to do achiote, this is the basic ingredient, the achiote paste. This does wonders with anything that you put on the barbecue when you smoke foods. Now, what I'm going to do is, since it's a bigger amount of that I usually do, as far as this 13-pound turkey chicken, I usually use just one of these for 10 pounds. This is 13 pounds, so I'm going to use 1.5 of these achiotes. They're 3.5 ounces in each one, so it's 3 plus, I guess, 1.75 ounces. I'm going to mix that with with my liquid here is going to be 6 oranges, 4 limes. Oh, remember these? These are the 2 limes that I shredded for my zest, for my lime zest. So, and again, nice citrusy flavor in the turkey. And to that, I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of cumin, a couple teaspoons kosher salt, a couple teaspoons of oregano, a couple teaspoons of black pepper, crushed. Oh, and again, supposed to use 6 cloves of garlic. You know what? I'll use minced garlic. Again, just to try it out. I got plenty of this. I don't want to just leave this go to waste. So I'm going to use the minced garlic. Now, put it all together. All right, and now to finish up on the guajillo marinade. See here, these have been soaking in the water here for about 25-30 minutes, and they're nice and soft. So I'm going to put them in here. I already added my other ingredients, and now the half cup of apple cider vinegar, and now I'm going to blend it all up. And onto that, I've already finished putting together my achiote marinade, so I'm going to add them. After I'm done with this, I'm going to put the achiote marinade in there and blend them together. Okay, that should be nice and smooth for the guajillo. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is, here's the achiote. I put it all together. Crushed. I squeezed all the oranges, limes, added the achiote paste and the other ingredients. Now to pour it in, and we're going to mix it all together. It's going to be one grand marinade. Achiote guajillo marinade. There we go. Give it a nice blending. Well, there's plenty of marinade here for the turkey. Plenty of marinade. You know, and that citrus will help it penetrate the marinade. Okay. And now it should be thoroughly mixed together. The incredible achiote. Oh yeah, yeah. This is definitely nice and smooth. And now all I have to do is add this onto the turkey that has been brining. Well, first of all, I'm going to apply a little brine on the outside of the turkey here. Oh, look, it's like painting the turkey red. Look at this. Yeah, but believe me, I'm going to pour a lot. There's going to be a lot more coming in on the turkey. So the goal here is red turkey. I know the flavor will be great, but I want red turkey, dark red turkey. So just apply the marinade until I got it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the a plastic bag, pour in the rest of it, turn it over a few times before tomorrow when I take it out and start smoking this turkey. All right, the turkey's been painted red, but there's plenty of paint left over, so to speak. The paint being the marinade, achiote guajillo marinade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the turkey in this bag here. And there we go. And guess what? I'm going to pour all this marinade. Oh, believe me. And by the way, while it's sitting in the refrigerator overnight, I'm going to turn it over about a few times. So, believe me, any part This. Oh, look at that! Just red, bright red. We want that red color. Yeah, there we go. Red turkey, Pavo Rojo. Okay, so let me tie it up. I got the tie on there. That's it. That's all. Now all I'm going to do is every few hours, I'm going to flip the turkey at least 3-4 times before tomorrow. So that all that marinade, there's a lot of it, plenty of it on there. It's going to get everywhere on that turkey. I already painted it red, but it's going to get even more coated as I turn it over. So hopefully this will result in smoked red, emphasis on red turkey, and I know the taste will be great. And today is Turkey Smoking Day. Now here's my turkey. It's still in the bag. It's got that marinade all over it. Painted it, that's the only way to describe it, painted it nice red. Let's hope the red maintains, because that's what I want. Red turkey, Pavo Rojo. Now, here, I'm getting ready to to take it out of the bag and put my rub in here. Here's my rub. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to even give you a recipe for the rub. The rub is a very personal thing. You know, everybody's tastes are different. So you put your mix together for your rub the way you want. In my particular case, I've got Goya Sazonado Total, adobo seasoning. I also have a lot of Italian seasoning in there, and garlic powder. Now, normally, I would also add chipotle chili pepper or cayenne seasoning. However, well, I'll be eating solo today. That's another story. But the leftovers tomorrow, relatives of mine are coming over, in-laws actually, and my wife. Today they're going to the west coast of Florida. But one thing about them is they do not like spiciness at all. Yeah, they're from Venezuela and Colombia, most of them. Now you're probably wondering, don't they really like spicy food? No, that's a myth. That is a myth. The reason why people think that in the United States is because they're thinking of Mexico or maybe Central America, where yes, of course, they really love chili, anything spicy. But guess what? You go south of about Nicaragua and it completely changes. They're just exactly the opposite. People down there absolutely hates real spicy food. So, as a courtesy, you know, I think it's, I don't know. My wife, I've sort of acclimated her to more spiciness, but, you know, the reactions from the others, there'll be repulsion if they have that chipotle or cayenne pepper in there. So that's what I'm doing. So now, a little bit messy, I'm going to take the turkey out of the bag and apply the seasoning, and then we'll be ready for actually heating up firing up the barbecue and start smoking it for a few hours. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing this a little earlier than normal, well, a lot earlier than normal, because they're predicting thunderstorms for this afternoon. And even though my patio is enclosed, it's covered, just the fact there's moisture in the air, it makes the heat level go way, way down in my barbecue. So I'm trying to get this done ahead of that rainstorm. All right, rub. Here's the rub. Just this is it. When you rub, you rub. That's how it works. You rub. So all the seasoning will be all over the turkey. Should be very good. And after this, in just a little bit, I'm going to fire up the coals and start my smoking process. Again, normally this should take about 2.5 to 3 hours to smoke. But again, my relatives, being from South, they like things really, really well done. I'll probably cook it for maybe 4 hours total. Probably a little longer than I would want to, but, you know, even though they're not here. I don't know why they're going to the West Coast today. They invited me, but I said, yeah, right. I what I'm going to do, I can't just leave the turkey sitting there, you know. There's a certain time you got to smoke it up, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes out at the smoker. I've got the turkey on the barbecue now, and if you noticed, it's breast side down, or what professional chefs call upside down, with the legs facing here. I have basically what I've done here is I've got a line of coals on each side and one here where the legs are facing. So what I'm going to do now, it's almost 11 o'clock. I'm going to let this normally, at this position, I let it go for an hour. This time I'm going to go for an hour and a half. And then I'm going to flip it over. And normally it would go for 1.5 to 2.5 hours. This time I'm going to check at about the 2-hour mark. I'm going to check the temperature. If it needs a little more, I'll let it go for about another half hour. The big thing here is right now the weather is beautiful. I mean, there's not a cloud in the sky. This is a perfect barbecue weather because there's no moisture in the air, but it lowers the temperature. But thunderstorms are due in around 3 o'clock, right around the time I'll be finishing actually I should be done at least half an hour, maybe an hour before that. So let's see what happens. The big question for me, the big question is this beautiful red color. I mean, it looks like I took paint, you know, from Home Depot, red paint, and painted the turkey. But no, this is all from the marinade, the guajillo achiote marinade, which, by the way, gives it not only great flavor and color, but the taste it imparts to the turkey is unbelievable. Oh, and texture too. Let's not forget that. So, oh, and by the way, one other thing. On each side, I put a couple of chunks of cherry wood, give it a little bit of a sweet flavor, smoking flavor in the turkey. So, let's go. Let's just cover her up. Like I said, I'm going to flip it over in about an hour and a half. Then let it go for about another maybe 2 hours to 2.5 hours, you know, just depending on the on what the temperature gauge shows me. So let's see. Like I say, the big question is, how red is this red turkey going to be? Pavo, Rojo. We'll find out. I'm real curious. If it works out, guess what we'll be having for Thanksgiving? All right, we're at the moment of truth. So here's what happened. I let the turkey on when it was upside down, or breast side down, whatever you want to call it. I had that at 1 hour 45 minutes. I flipped it, and now with the breast side up, and I let it cook for another 2 hours just to make sure it was fully cooked. You know, I probably would have done it just for an hour and a half extra or whatever, but you know, I got these people from South America that are real fussy about how well cooked it is. I've got my thermometer here, so I'm going to do a check. It should be 165, about 170 degrees or higher. I know it'll be fine. So now the big thing is, what's the color look like? Let's take a look. Moment of truth. Here it goes. And wow! It's red. It's not brown. It's not brown trying to pass as red. This is red. Maroon red, if you want to call it that. There we go. So let's, here, let me get this out of the way. Let me see it in all its glory. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful bird. What's the word? The bird. Look at that. That's red turkey. Now, let's take a temperature check and see what it is. And it's 170, 180. Oh, yeah. You listen, attention, all my in-laws from Venezuela and Colombia. This is reading really. This is more done than I would want. But whatever you do, don't complain that I didn't cook this bird enough. It's more than cooked. So what I'm going to do now is now if you look in here, down here, I started off with about 16 ounces of chicken broth at the bottom of this. That most of that burned off. What's left behind is gold. turkey drippings. Turkey drippings. And guess what I'm going to make with those turkey drippings? Incredible gravy. It's the best gravy. Yeah, you can buy it in the store in the cans or whatever. It'll never come out as good as when you use real turkey drippings. Now, everything so far looks good. The big question is, how does it taste? What's the texture? I'll be back with you in a few minutes. I'm going to take the turkey out, let it cool down for about 20 minutes. While I'm doing that, like I said, I'm going to make gravy, probably make some stuffing, and then the best part of this whole process, doing the taste check. I can't wait. And now my favorite part of this entire process, the tasting of the turkey. And by the way, I don't know if you can see, but even the gravy is red gravy. So let me give it a taste test. Here we go. You know what? Wait. I don't know if it's the lime zest or whether it's the oranges and limes that I used in the achiote marinade, but definitely a citrus feel to it. Oh my God, this is absolutely incredible. Now, oh my God. Yeah, definitely has that citrusy taste to it. Like I say, I'm not sure if it's the limes. You know what? Next time I think I might zest 4 limes. That's so good. And what's cool is the color of the turkey. Red, very red. Not brown, like trying to pass itself off as red, but like a maroon red, but a nice deep maroon red. It's so good. You know what? Here's what I recommend. I'll have the recipe for everything below for the marinades, the achiote marinade, the guajillo marinade, and for the brining, my brining mix, which I think that lime zest is important. So I'm going to have all that in there. You know what? Do yourself a favor. See, I did this mainly as a test run for Thanksgiving. I don't really want to serve up a turkey that I ruined for Thanksgiving. Now I know it's fantastic. Very citrusy taste. Do it yourself. Everybody out there, try it yourself before Thanksgiving. If you like it, and I'm sure you will, my God, you're going to be such a hit. When you got to smoke it, remember, smoke the turkey. Thing is, you'll be such a hit. Can you imagine serving up bright red turkey for Thanksgiving? Pavo, Rojo, red turkey. Oh my God! And now nobody's here because they all went to the west coast of Florida and abandoned me. But that's okay. My niece and nephew. You know what their favorite part is? The legs. And you know what? James Jones and Genesis the Mermaid, I'm going to eat them both. I'm going to gnaw them down to the bone. And then you know what you can do with them? You can boil them in hot water and then sip the water afterwards. You get a vague hint of the flavors because old Patio here is going to eat it down to the bone because you weren't here to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it. Most of all this, I'll have some leftovers for people, really. But this is really great. This is absolutely, for sure, my Thanksgiving special. Now, what I always do is for Thanksgiving, now I don't know about your stores, but Publix, they have young turkey hens, young turkeys for like 49 cents a pound. So I stock up. I always use one for Thanksgiving, and then I have 3 that stay in the freezer and throughout the year. So I already used one a few months ago. This is my next one. I got one left to go. Maybe Labor Day weekend. I'm thinking Labor Day weekend might be pretty good. This is the 4th of July. Hurrah for Independence Day. I showed my independence by producing a red turkey. Now I think, I could be wrong. Now I have seen I have seen recipes for turkey using achiote, but never, except for now, this is the first time, achiote and guajillo together. So anyway, now please let me eat in peace without having to talk, because really it's very difficult for me to talk when I just want to dig into the turkey.